Hi and welcome, I'm John and this is Unique Wargaming Terrain. Guys, welcome back. For everyone that's new, this is a Let's Build video. What are Let's Build videos and what they're all about? Well, Let's Build video, I take a model kit and I'll show you guys how to put it together. In the event of anything wrong on the sprue, like numbered differently to the instructions, I'll give you guys a heads up. If there's anything on the sprue like chains, pipes, all that sort of thing that you need to be careful of, again, I'll give you a heads up. If you suffer with dyslexia or just struggle with instructions in general, it's a visual aid to help you. If you're interested in new models for a faction, or for a faction you want to start collecting, or for a faction you have, but you're not sure how difficult the model is to build, again, this is a visual aid to help you. Or if you're building a model and there's anything you're stuck on, again, this is a visual aid to show you what to do. So for all my regulars here, guys, I feel love, thank you very much. I'll see you in a minute. So as you would have seen from the thumbnail, I'm building this bad boy today. Now this is a Tyranid Biovore, new sculpt 10th edition. Comes with 3 spore mines. Or instead of having it as a Biovore, you can make it as a Pyrovore. So if you make it as the Pyrovore, you've still got 3 spore mines. I haven't checked the rules for this guy, but I believe he shoots these cross table. And I think you can have these in your army anyway. I'm not too sure. But anyway, we go through tools needed as always. Model line scraper. Now you can use a hobby knife or some sort of surgical blade. If you're using a sharp tool, just be careful because it's sharp, and let everyone know in the house you're using it so nobody scares you by accident. Some clippers, most useful part of our kit. I do have sanding sponge for some extra fine work and the bits that it's difficult to get the hobby knife into. Now this is basically sandpaper, fine grit with sponge in your side. You can get sanding block as well, which is a foam with sandpaper. You'll get this in a hardware shop near the sandpaper or the wallpaper somewhere in the area. And this is a plastic kit, so I have plastic glue. I do have super glue at hand just in case, but I don't think I'm going to need it. So for everyone that's new, what we do now is we pop the sprue open, we have a look at the sprue, we ascertain what's what to make our job a lot easier. Right, before we look at the sprue, because it's a 10th edition box here, it does have the data sheet for them, which is nice. I don't think that there isn't any other rules that go with them, so I couldn't tell you what they are, but this is a general, just if you're putting it on the table before you get the codex or, index cards or something like that, this is just a brief idea to give you an idea of what it is. Movement of 5, this is the Biovore. Movement of 5, 6 attacks. Armor saves, no, sorry, toughness 6, 3+ armor save, 5 wounds, 8 leech with 8, which is quite a lot actually, and ultra control 1. Now his weapon is blast, which gives an extra hit for every 5 models in the target unit. Devastating wounds, which means when you roll into a wound and he rolls over 6 critical hits, I'm not sure, they ignore armor saves now, or is it straight sort of flat out mortal wounds? I need to check into that. It's heavy, which means if it doesn't move, it gets +1 to hit. And it's indirect fire, which means it doesn't need to see you to shoot you. 48-inch range. The attacks are D3 on this weapon. It's a 4+ to hit. Obviously, as it moved, then it's a 3+ to hit. It's a strength 6 weapon, -1 AP and 2 damage a piece. So if you roll 2 shots and you hit and wounded, each one will be doing 2 damage, which can kill a space marine. So that's quite good. Space marines are toughness 4, so it'd be 3s to wound a space marine. It's close combat attacks, which is his claws. Sorry about the light flickering. It's 2 attacks, 4s to hit, strength 5, AP 0, and 1 damage apiece. Now, if you chose to go with the Pyrovore, it's where it gets a bit more interesting. It's movement 5, toughness 6, 3+ save, 5 wounds, leadership 8, ultra control 1. There's not much of a difference there, but its weapon only has a 12-inch range. It ignores cover, so the enemy doesn't get benefit from cover. It's torrent, which means it also hits. Yeah, so I said NA there. And it's twin linked, which means you get to re-roll wound rolls. D6+1 shots, which is nice. It's strength 6, so you know, even if he gets a space marine, you still need him freeze to wound. And you get to reroll that as well. And it's AP -1, it's 1 damage apiece. So it's not quite as strong as the other one, but it's a lot more shots and it's also hitting. So you can do quite a lot of damage. This guy's attacks, close combat attacks, 2 attacks, 4s to hit, strength 5, AP 0, and 1 wound. Oh, here's the spore mine stuff. Movement 4, toughness 1. That's nice. 7+ save. That's a 6+ and a 4+. Or if they get covered and it's +1, then they get 6+ save, which is mad. They're 1 wound apiece, leadership 8, and 0 objective control. I know when they first brought the spawn mines out, they had objective control 1. So the first thing you have to do is decide what you're going to build. I'm going to go the Biovore. Sorry, I'm going to go with that monstrosity. So like I said, the first thing we do, guys, is we have a look at the Sprue or Sprues, so we can ascertain what's what and, you know, figure out what's going on. So we've got some sort of head crests here and stuff like that. This one looks like it goes behind a weapon. The Pyrovore looks like, and this one looks like it goes behind the Biovore. There's 2 different types of cannon there. There's one cannon there. Yeah, there's 2 parts that go together. We've got this lovely crest piece here. We've got body. We've got legs. We've got this lovely piece that looks like the other body part. There's another head crest there. There's a siphoning talon bits and pieces. And on the other sprue, we have 3 spawn mines. We've got a few carapace pits. Another cannon, that's the Pyrovore's cannon. A couple more spiky arm bits. We have 3 bases for the spawn mines, and we have the big base. Now, I think what we should do first of all with this is put the spawn mines together. Yeah, put the spawn mines together, I think, because then that eliminates them from the sprue and it makes it a little bit easier for ourselves. Right, so we'll do the spawn mines first. The first piece we need is number 32, which is this piece here, and number 33, which is this piece here. I'm going to snip and clean them. I'll show you how they go together. Right, this is straightforward. So a bit of glue along here. Pick this piece up. What there is actually a little pin here. Let me drop in here. There's a little hole there. So that just slots over the top there like that. Very, very simple. And there is a little join line in the middle there. So I'm just going to run a bit of plastic along that. And then there's a bit of plastic glue on the bottom here. Yeah, 25mm base. Just slots on there nicely. So that's him done. So what we'll do now is I'll go on to the next one, get the next pieces ready. Right, so the next one needed is number 34, and then number 35, which is on the big sprue. They go on the exact same way, so I'm going to snip and clean them, glue them to the base. So the last 2 pieces, number 36 and number 37. Again, they go in the same way, so I'm going to snip and clean them and glue them to the base. Right, so now it's time for the big boy, the Biovore. That's what I'm building, the Biovore. So you need 1 and 2. I'm going to snip and clean them. I'll show you how they go together. That's very straightforward. With the 2 pieces, you see the 2 flat blocks there. They just line up to each other like so. Gives you a nice body carapace and everything else. I'm going to glue it into place. We'll come back for the next pieces then. Right, so the next piece we need is number 5, number 6, and number 7. And number 6 is going to go on this side. Number 7 is going to go that side. So when I snip number 6 off, I'm going to leave it to this side of the model, and number 7 I'm going to leave that side. But they all go into number 5. But I'm going to snip them off and show you how they go together. So this is a little bit fiddly, so I'm going to just whack some glue in here. The mouth bit, sorry, I'm just on the camera. Now this is number 6. Number 6 has that funny little piece there that just slots in there like so. Okay, so it gives you the teeth for the bottom side of it. And then number 7 does the same thing, the opposite way around. Ah, come on, it's very fiddly. Ah, dearie me, come on. You can see how that's going in now. Right fiddly little thing. I'm going to go off camera and continue fiddling with it. And there we have it. That is an absolute pain in the arse to do, because those two little side pieces do not want to sit together properly on the bottom here. I mean, even for me, it doesn't seem right, but the pictures tell me you should have a lip sticking out, which is this piece here. Yeah, and it's not too happy because it doesn't look like it's connected properly. What I'm going to do, because it's plastic, you can still manipulate it whilst it's still wet. So what I'm going to do is just drop a little bead of plastic glue in there, so that that'll melt all that together and it just sit there nicely. Right, and this piece, you can see this funny little shape on the head. There's that funny little shape on the neck that just slots in there. So I'm going to glue that into place, and then I'll come back to you for the next pieces. Right, so the next pieces we need are number 3 and number 4. I'm going to snip and clean them, show you how they go on. Right, so these two pieces are a bit mad. There's little pins there, and there's little holes. So it literally just sits on top like that. So I'm going to glue that into place, and then I'm going to come back to you for the next pieces. Right, so this head crest now just sits over the top here, like so. Okay, there are a few little pins. There's a few holes on the inside, as you can see. So I'm going to glue it into place, and then we'll come back for the next pieces. Right, so the next piece we need is number 21, which is this crazy piece here. And we need number 8, which is this leg here. So I'm going to snip both off, clean them down. Now on number 8, there's a funny little lip sitting up on top of his leg. That needs to stay on there. Okay, so you only need to cut it. Where are we? Along here. Okay, so that little lump sitting on top of his claw, you need to keep that on there. Right, so the reason you don't take that little bit off the end there, there's a little divot there, so I put the glue into it, that just sits in there like so. So that gives him his platform to give him his crazy ass legs. The next piece is needed. I'm going to do this one by one, okay? That's the way it's meant to go, upside down. There's 3 little divot holes there. This one is going at the back here, okay? But the next one we need is number 10. Also not on the sprue. Number 10 is on the small sprue, this one here. So I'm going to snip it off, clean it off, and I'll show you how it goes on. Right, so number 10, I'm actually put some glue in there, as you can see it's a bit shiny. It just slots in there. Now I dry fitted it. This is a funny cut. So you go, well, how is that going to work? It literally just slots in, and it sits into its cut nicely. Okay. The next one we need is number 9, which is this one down here. So this one here was the body, the first body, number one, number two. So this is number 9 here. Okay, there's a little number for it. I'm going to snip it off, clean it down, and it's going to go in the middle one. It should just slot straight in now to show you how it goes. I'll slot it in. If it is a problem, I'll let you guys know. Right, the last one, there is a funny little pin that sticks into a hole. Show you the hole down the side. See the hole? So it just slots into there. So, oh, that's weird because the bits underneath here. No, that's the way it's meant to go. That is exactly the way it's meant to go, because this is going to be the flat bit that sits on the base. So that's that side done. Oh, the joys of this now. The joys of the other side. Oh, dear me. Right. So the first piece we need is number 11, which is this bad boy. There's nothing. Yeah, that's all that comes off. It's going to be the way it is. We need number 23. There's number 23. That weird looking piece. So I'm going to snip it, clean it, and show you how they go together. Now this piece is a little bit weird, because there's actually a little hole in the corner there, yeah? When you flip around you can see there's a little hole there. This just slots into the hole. That's how it glues in. So I'm going to glue that into place, and then we'll come back for the next pieces. And so the next two pieces we need are number 24, which is this piece, and number 12. Now, let's have a flick on the other side. Yeah, it looks a bit mad. Okay, so with this one, you want to snip it just there. So you've got that funny L shape at the bottom there. I'm going to snip these two off, clean them down, I'll show you how they go together. Now, how these two go together is very straightforward. So we're going to take some glue, put it on number 12, I think this is. Number 12. Okay, and this, as you can see, just slots like so. Of course, it must be difficult. You know, you have to run a little bit of plastic along the bottom there. You see the little join line, which is not an issue. Just drop a little bead in there, a bit along there. Leave that to dry for a few minutes. Okay, so this is going to be the first. This one I just did number 12 and 24. Just this piece is going to be the one that goes in the first slot. Okay. Again, it's the same as the other side. This last one, this one I just did with a little bit on the bottom. That goes in the last slot. So what we need for the middle slot. No, sorry. This one goes in the middle slot. So what we need for the last slot is number 22, which is this bad boy here. So I'm going to snip it off, clean it down, and show you how it goes on. Okay, so let's put its legs in. I'll put plastic glue in each one. Another funny colour bomb, it just slots into place. This is the middle one, yeah, with that funny little bit on the bottom. It's all weird at the moment. It looks really weird when you're putting this guy together. This is the last one. There's that funny little bit. Just slots into there. Only one way for it to go. Now we have the basis of this Pyrovore. It looks absolutely amazing. I love this sculpt. The older models of this, I think, look fantastic. This is absolutely wow. I really like this. Right, so the next piece is needed, and number 14, which is this piece, and number 13, which is this piece. I'm going to slip and clean them and show you how they go together. Right, this is very straightforward. So there's pins and there's holes. Put glue in there already. It just slides on like so. So here comes the magic now. So we put glue in here. And then that slides on there like so. Is it that way around? Yep, it certainly is. It just slides in there like so. So run a little tiny bit of plastic glue on there, just get with the join line. Oh wow. The leg's not quite right. That's how it should be, yeah. Needs to go down like that. So this is trying to lean forward, but that's the way it should be. So we put it back on the three bits, because they're all flat. Right. So the next pieces needed are number 15 and number 16. I'm going to clip them, clean them, glue them, clip them, clean them, show you how they go together. Right, this is very straightforward. There's two flat ends, flat sides on each one. One just glues over the top like that. That should be easy. So I'm going to sit and hold this into place. And now what I'm going to do is, if there's any join lines, I'm going to drop a bit of plastic glue into them and just take care of that. But that's an amazing cannon. Right, so now we need number 18 and number 17. So I'm going to snip them off, clean them down and show you how those two go together. This is very straightforward. So number 18, there's a little tiny pin in the back here. There's a little tiny hole there, so it just slots in there like so. So we'll glue that into place, and then the whole thing then slots over the top of the gun, like so. Okay, so I'm going to glue all those three pieces together, then come back to you for the next pieces. Right, so now we need these two crazy pieces, number 19 and number 20. Number 19 is this side of the gun, number 20 is this side of the gun. So I'm going to snip them off and put them in there. Now, this is a crazy ass, I don't think, see like that little bit there, I think that's where it starts. So don't panic on that. We'll snip it off, clean it down, I'll show you how they go on. Right. So number 20, there's a little flat piece there. That just slots in there. Okay, there goes that side. Number 19 goes the upper side there. So I'm going to glue those into place and I'll show you how they connect to the actual model itself. Right, so this is a mad piece now. They could have made this a little bit easier. So this, which looks like a face hugger, this actually just slots in over the top. Now you see there's a little hole there. There's actually a little pin on that piece. It just slots in over the top without me pulling it out. There we go. So they could have made this. They could have made this a little bit easier. It just slots in over the top. Okay. Now you'll be forgiven if you don't get it spot on, but it should be something like that. I'm going to glue it into place. Again, when you're putting it on, if you can't get it bottom place, doesn't matter. Just have it glued on the back of him, cannon hanging over the top. Yeah, that's all you need. If it's not perfect, but you're a millimetre or so away from where it should be to make it perfect, nobody's going to notice. All they're going to see is this big crazy ass thing on the table and go, I need to kill that. Okay, so I'm going to glue this into place, and then he can glues onto the base. Okay, the legs, like I said, the three black legs, or the two on this side and one on that side, contacting the base just because of they're the flat pieces. But I think it hips forward because it's front heavy, and I think the gun will balance it off a little bit. So I'm going to glue that into place, glue it to the base, and we'll come back in for final thoughts. Right, so I've got it the best way I can. These little legs at the side here, they look absolutely cool as, you know, amazing, but they're unnecessary. You could have easily had some sort of, you know, tubular, if you like, coming off into the gun, but be part of the gun to start with. You know, they're difficult things to put together. Like I said, if you don't get it correctly right, it's not an issue. But the positioning of this model looks like it's stepping, as it's stepping forward on its right hand side. The gun's there, like just getting ready to shoot. It is absolutely a cool model. I really love it. And the one thing I do like is this mesh on the base part there, because that's going to break up, especially if you paint it silver with some rust on it or something. It's going to really break up the rest of the colours of the model. Fantastic sculpt. I think they actually really outdone themselves with this sculpt. Absolutely fantastic. Difficulty rating, I'd probably give it a 5. The reason why is there's very little to no mold lines, so that's the first bonus. There's a few funny angles where you have to use the clippers or the sprue, snip a little piece off, and then you have to come back in with the sprue and just the clippers and just snip a little bit here, snip a little bit there, and just then come in and clean off the little bit of sprue and give it a little sanding afterwards. There's a few of those, not many, but a few, enough for me to go, oh, it's not one of these pieces again. The mouth, that was an absolute pain in the arse to put together. There's so much difficulty I had with that, but it's done. It looks fantastic. And the legs on the side, they could have made that a little bit easier, like I said. Apart from that, even this leg going into the little hole there, I was very cautious, thinking that it was going to keep coming out and everything else. Nope, once it went in, it stayed. Put the leg in, it stayed. And again, the same with this one as well. I thought it was going to keep coming out. No, it stayed perfect. I absolutely love this model. It's a difficult rating of 5 because there was a few fiddly parts, but it's not Necron fiddly. Okay, that mouth and these tubular parts that come into the model itself, they're not Necron fiddly. They're fiddly, but not Necron fiddly. You couldn't even put this one in first. Like, you couldn't put the gun together, then put this side in, and then put that side in, because then you still have to try and stretch it out to put the gun in. I mean, that's one way you could try, I suppose. Put this side in, then you can have the gun and glue the gun into place, and then glue the other side on. But I think they want you to do it that way, so the gun's not falling off. It's got support either side. But it's a little bit difficult to put together. The bits the side there and the face. But anyways, thank you for watching. This should have been done probably last week, this video. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for being patient with me for throwing up some new Tyranid stuff. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please hit the subscribe button, because it costs you absolutely nothing and helps the channel out in a massive, massive way. Turn your notifications on so you don't miss anything. And for all my regulars here that watch every video and comment on the videos and everything else, guys, you know, thank you, massive, massive thank you to you guys, because it means so much to me. So I'm going to bring down and show you some close-up pretty pictures. But hit the buttons for me. Until next time, take it easy, guys.